Ukraine's defense minister says that his troops are set to begin training on Leopard tanks in Germany. Several NATO allies have donated the German tanks to Ukraine. Training is expected to last 2 to 3 months, and it comes as Russia is believed to be preparing for another offensive. For more on this story, I'm joined by Nick Robertson, who is in Estonia. Nick, so much attention these days on the Leopard tanks. What more did you learn?
Yeah, big military exercise here by NATO, 1,500 troops, over 500 vehicles, 44 tanks, the Danish Leopard 2 tank, German-made, of course. It's very similar to those that are going to be sent to Ukraine. British Challenger 2 tanks here as well. Those tanks going to Ukraine. So the lessons that Ukraine can learn from these military training exercises here, that by the way are just 170 kilometers from the Russian border, are very significant because this NATO military exercise puts together the tanks and the infantry so that they can punch through enemy lines and try to take territory, which is exactly what the Ukrainians want to get their hands on these tanks to do. Danish Leopard 2 tanks, similar to those soon to be deployed to Ukraine, storming an imagined enemy position in Estonia. French troops attack fictional front lines as Estonian troops pretend to hold them off. All part of the Baltic nations' annual NATO winter exercise to gel the multinational alliance into a singular fighting force. This year, these military exercises feel different. The French have brought in far more troops than the past, and with war still raging not far away in Ukraine, commanders say this training feels much more real. 2/3 of the 44 tanks involved in the exercise, British Challenger 2 tanks. More like these, also soon deploying to Ukraine. Lessons learned here valuable for the Ukrainians. Communications between the Challenger and Leopard tanks critical, but no doubt used correctly they could be a game changer.
Both can fight at night, and they've got hunter-killer capabilities as well, so they can engage a target while looking for the next target. So very much more advanced tanks with advanced sighting systems than what the adversary would have.
The Ukrainians say they want to use the Leopard 2 tank as an iron fist to punch through Russian lines, give Putin a bloody nose, and snatch back territory they've lost. The lesson here, that won't happen overnight. Typically, Danes train individual Leopard 2 operators in 2 weeks, a crew of 4 in 2 months. But it can take 2 years to combine them into a force able to seize territory.
It's the tactics that takes time. Then you have the theory as a crew, and then you have to learn to drive as a crew within a platoon and within the squadron.
Estonia's defense minister, whose country spends a whopping 1% of GDP supporting Ukraine, watching the training, keen to get the tanks to Ukraine soonest.
I really hope that it's not too late. I really hope, because we all understand that there is a push from Russians coming in a very coming months or coming weeks even.
So is this a make or break moment in the next few months in this war?
Probably. So it's once again, when there will be no breakthrough in the coming weeks and months, then probably we will end or we will step into the very long time of war.
This operation ongoing for another week, as elsewhere Ukrainian troops begin to get their hands on beasts like these. How quickly they can use them effectively will impact well beyond Ukraine. And I'm just going to step out of the way here so you can see some of the refueling that's going on here. This is a Leopard 2 tank. It's getting refueled out in the field here. The British Challenger 2 tanks have been able to come and get refueled. The tanks here all heading off into the woods, part of the exercise here to continue. They're going to be hiding out in the woods as French commandos try to find them through the night. But the big takeaway for the Ukrainians, I think, is that you have to have the big logistical supply and support. You have to have the mobile fuel vehicles. The engineering teams as well need to be available to these tank commanders. We talked to a British tank officer here who said his teams, if one of their Challenger 2 tanks breaks down, they can literally change out the whole engine and gearbox in about a space of about an hour. That's vital to keep this heavy armor in battle, engaged in the fight. So again, this is all skills and equipment that the Ukrainian forces are going to need to get. But the fact that they've started the training is significant. But the concern of Estonia's defense minister there, very clear. If the Ukrainians cannot make gains this year, then the war stutters into an ongoing, drawn-out, protracted trench warfare, potentially. And during that time, the support from allied nations to Ukraine, there's a real danger that can begin to fall away. So the pressure is really on. Get the tanks into the hands of the Ukrainians and get them properly trained to use them effectively.
That's a great point, Nick. But both the equipment and the personnel necessary. Thank you, Nick. Nick Robertson there.